Hi, welcome to Coach Barnabas. It is episode number 98, almost to 100. I'm Corey. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have been really thinking deeply, and maybe you've seen a little bit of pattern if you've been following the last few episodes in particular. In episode 94, I talked about how we're not to take the Lord's name in vain, and a lot of people misunderstand that or misapply that by saying, well, that means not using his name as some form of profanity. That's not really what that verse is talking about. That verse is talking about not carrying the name of the Lord and doing something in his name that really is in contrast to his character, to God's word. We don't want to do that. Also thinking about in the last episode, in episode 97, talking about the appetites that we have to feed our flesh and how we need to resist the temptations, and by saturating ourselves in God and saturating ourselves in his word, in his character, and his love. If our love for him is greater than the temptation or the desire to fill something temporarily that will ultimately bring shame, or maybe even something not that can be harmful to us, if we follow the object of our affection, the author and finisher of our faith, Jesus Christ, then we're going to be more likely to resist those temptations. I was thinking about a term that I remember hearing a lot as a kid. Even though I grew up in California, it seems like more of a Southern thing, but you'd hear something like, oh, you're the spitting image of your father. You're the spitting image of your mom or your uncle or your grandfather or whatever. And never really thought about the literal meaning of that, but it was like, spitting image? That sounds gross, actually. I grew up in sports and used to spit a lot. And that wasn't necessarily, you spit on the ground. You didn't look at that and say, wow, I want to emulate that and be, I didn't understand it. And so I learned some years back, there's a theory, and I think it really makes a lot of sense. And so it's always inspired me, is spittin' image. It originally was spirit and image. Spirit and image became spittin' image. It just, especially maybe with a Southern accent, it just kind of sounded that way and just kind of evolved into that. Spittin' image. Thinking of Genesis 1:26 and the creation story, as God is literally creating everything. As I'm sitting out in a beautiful creation, I got a frozen lake behind me, I've got beautiful trees, and the sun's out. I can hear a waterfall over in that area. I don't know if you can hear it, but I love being out in God's creation, just kind of marvel at the beauty and the wonder of it all. And in the process of God making everything, he gets to the point where he wants to make man. He wants to make human. And in Genesis 1:26, he says, let us make man in our own image. We are image bearers. Whether we believe him or not, whether we believe in him or not, he's created us in his image. We are image bearers. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean physically, but everything that is within us is reflection. His fingerprints are all over us because he knitted us in our mother's womb. And in Psalm 139 talks about that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Every detail is handcrafted by God. He created us on purpose, for a purpose. And I just can't help but think, like, if I'm created in his image, I'm an image bearer of him, then I need to be a good steward of that image. He's placed upon me that calling and that responsibility to represent him well and to carry his name well and to carry his image well, to bear it well. And so it's just been heavy on me, and it's like, I want everything, this is my prayer every day, let everything I say, think, and do be honoring and glorifying to God, and let it have its purpose in hopefully bringing others into relationship with him and inspiring people who maybe are lukewarm, and to get them fired up again for Jesus and their relationship with him, or to lead others into a transforming, life-changing relationship and experience with God. Just thinking about that is something that really has inspired me here, and I hope you're sensing that in some of these recent episodes that I've been putting up for you. Is to remind you that no matter what you're going through, no matter where you've been, there's nothing you've been through that is bigger than God's ability to forgive. You're an image bearer. You are his, and he created you on purpose, for a purpose. And maybe you haven't even scratched the surface of what that purpose is, but it's there and it's waiting for you if you'll focus on him. And when you love him more than those other things that want to distract you and divert your path, divert your attention, divert your direction. God has that GPS capability of recalculating. Okay, we can get you back on path, but look to me, follow him, trust him, and he's faithful to do that. So I just want to encourage you that you are the spittin image of our Father. You were created in his image on purpose and in great detail beyond that which you can even comprehend. He knows, he has a plan for you. He knows it. He is not limited by time or space. No matter where you've been, no matter what you've done, God's got a plan for you, and a little course correction is sometimes necessary. Okay? And I'd like to say that I've experienced that more often than I'd like to admit, even to myself, that I've had to course correct a number of times, but God is faithful with that. So I just want to leave you with that. So I hope that is encouraging. I hope that's inspiring. I hope it motivates you to make today a day of focusing on him. With everything you say, think, and do, let it bring honor and glory to our Father who created you in his image. Be an image bearer today. Be encouraged. Be an encourager. God willing, I look forward to talking again very soon. Take care.